So today we're going to revisit my lockdown defense for gun bunch, which is 3-4 even, Mike scrape 3 press. Now the setup is really easy, and we're just going to look at some gameplay that I accumulated running this defense in regular teams. That's the mode that I play. This was best suited for draft champions, but you can certainly run it in any mode, and it's going to really lock down any type of gun bunch, pistol bunch, gun bunch offset, empty bunch, anything like that. So the setup is really easy. What we want to do is, if they're on the right hash, obviously they want to flip it to get the bunch to the wide side of the field. Not everybody does that. Some people run it to the short side, like you see right here. But if you are playing someone for like a quarter, you're going to know whether they want their bunch to be on the short side, the wide side, whatever. And as you can see right here, what a seam flat or a hard flat will do to any type of whip or flat pass like that. So if they flip their bunch, we want to flip our Mike scrape. The setup is easy. We're just going to globally blitz all the linebackers. Then we're going to press twice, which is going to get the linebackers to come in the gap. Then we're going to QB contain, protect the sticks, and then adjust the safety that's in the seam flat. Now, throughout these clips, I'm actually leaving the seam flat pretty often because that's what I like. But watch protect the sticks. As you can see on the outside, see how there's no press? That's a huge deal. If we don't protect the sticks, then there's going to be a press animation on the outside, and that's going to allow for him to beat that guy deep. As you can see, he didn't press, right? So he's thinking, oh, he's pressing, I'm just going to throw up a lob. But we don't get the press animation, and that allows us to play lockdown defense. They're trying to motion block and everything, and there's just nothing that they can do. And the reason is because of the angle of those linebackers. As you can see, take a look. See how they're blitzing to the outside and inside? It just makes it really hard for them to block this particular defense. Then we want to take the safety, right? We want to come in right over the center, and that's just going to make it that much worse. Whether they go to the flats, doesn't matter what they do. Here's an example of pistol bunch tight end. Your best setup is going to be putting the seam flat on an inside third. What that does is it makes it so that you can now play underneath. You can lurk the drags right here. Okay, so that's the inside third that we want. That's going to allow you to play underneath and not really have to worry too much about the deep ball. You can play drags, you can play whips, you can play flat passes, and it also works, like you see here, against single back bunch ace, any type of bunch, you're going to lock down completely. So it's really easy. Globally blitz all the linebackers, press twice so that the linebackers get in the gap, QB contain, protect the sticks, and then adjust that safety that's in the seam flat. Other than that, it's up to you to lurk, just like you see there. Now, I did this against bunch tight end. It's a little bit more difficult than your typical. Here we're going against trio. This is single back trio, so it can work against a lot of like trips type defenses. However, here you can see this is a little more risky. This is actually really risky going against like a trips tight end like this. You just have to hope that they don't block or they miss a read or something like that. I definitely suggest just running this against any type of bunch. Hover with the safety, like you see there, and try to make as many user plays as possible. The heat is going to be intense. They're going to have to get rid of the ball, and we're just able to make a ton of user picks with the user safety right over the middle.